Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to be having a look at what is in this box. This is probably the one that we've been waiting for. This is the Ubiquiti G4 Doorbell Pro PoE kit. In the box you get the doorbell and the chime, and these are solely PoE powered. There is no wireless. All right, we don't have to power this by 2 pins either. This is fully PoE powered. So we'll have a little look at that. It's not going to be a big technical overview, but I will show you some of the differences if you've not seen the normal G4 Doorbell Pro already. Okay, so what do you get in the box? Let's work out what we're going to do. You're going to get your little installation guide. Really, it's not a guide, it is just a QR code. And it reminds you on the back that you have 2 devices, the Doorbell Pro and the Chime, and they are both PoE powered. All right, now you are going to get a drilling and mounting guide there for the brackets to fix this to the wall, which I'll show you in a moment. You're going to get the device itself. This is the camera, the doorbell. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. And you're also going to get the chime, both PoE powered. You are going to get some packets of lugs and screws, 2 lots of those, which I'll show you in a moment. This lot is for fixing the chime, and this lot is for fixing the doorbell. All right, you are going to get, all right, now let me have a look. You're going to get a main mounting bracket. This, if you like, this is the bracket that the actual doorbell itself will fit into. Let me just show you. So this is sort of the final stage. We'll show you the other brackets that it fits to, but this will be your final clip in place. So let me just show you that. Let me just lift that up, show you here, show you this way round. This is the bottom. All right, so this is where our release pin will go in. All right, and so this is our item in place. It is actually universal, having a double check at this, so it's the same at both ends. So the idea is this, that once you have finally put this in the position that you want it to, you'll bring your doorbell up to it, you'll push it into the bracket at the top. Let me just spin that round so you can see the bottom hopefully there, and then we clip it into place like that. That is now fixed. It's not removable off the front of your house, but in one of those little packets you do get a little release pin like this that you can now insert into the hole, and that will unlock it. All right, so that is your starting plate, but obviously your final bit. You get a straight through mounting plate. So this would be, if you want to put this straight facing on the door frame, or wherever you're going to put that, you're going to put this plate that we've just talked about in situ here. You're going to screw that fully into the wall in place. All right, and then like we said, we're going to then bring the doorbell up to that like this, and that is going to be your straight through position. The other option that you get in the pack will get an angle mount. So let me just show you that. All right, so the idea here is that maybe you need it to, it's quite difficult to show on the camera, maybe you need it to angle one way or the other, maybe just because you're in a recess or a right angle where your door is. Again, your final plate will go into place like that, and then your doorbell will clamp on. And as you can see, you get an angle. If this was my flat plate, you can see I can angle that maybe towards you, put it around the other way. Obviously, I can make it fit the other way around. So those are the key components of what you actually get for the doorbell itself. And then let's talk about the fitments for the chime. So let's work through the chime. This is the chime itself. It gives about 80 decibels. There isn't multiple types of ringtones. There is one ringtone to it. You can change the volume level of it. Like I said, this is true PoE. PoE in this side, we've got a reset button in there as well. We obviously, if you've seen these before, they normally have power pins at the end because we do have a mains powered version. But with this PoE version, we can wall mount this. So we have a little drilling guide like this that we can use to wall mount. If we want to just mount it directly to the wall, we're going to take this mounting block and we are going to fit it like this to the wall. You will see in the back we have some little recesses here. This allows us to line this up and then lock it into place, and that gives us our final position, all right, that we can have like that. We also have the option to recess mount this. This is very much like you would do a downlighter in your house. So it has a magnetic front, which will reveal where the screws are. You're going to drill, it's probably something like a 90mm hole. Let me just hold that up for you like that. You do have a level in here, so you're going to drill your core, whether you're going to put it like this, or like this, or you're going to put it on the wall here. You're going to put it in, and then as you do these screws up, the flanges will then grip and eventually pull in between the gyprock or whatever you have as your wall and hold that in place. You can then, I've now just got to try and release that down a bit. There we go. You can then take your chime, line that up and put it into place like that. And then you could take the magnetic cover just to finish that off, and you'll end up with a nice flushed mount chime. Again, like we said, this is PoE powered, so your Ethernet cable will come directly through the back. So let's look at the camera itself. The doorbell has two cameras. We have a camera up the top here, and we have a camera on the bottom. From memory, these are like an 8 and a 5 megapixel. They run at about 30 frames a second, although the one at the bottom potentially runs at a slower. It's not designed to give you a full stream. It's allowed to show you what parcels are down there. If you're running the Unify Protect application, you'll see a picture in a picture. So you'll see the main picture from here, and then you'll see inside the picture the image from below, although you can switch those around. We then have our doorbell push here. So let me hold this up. So like we've got the camera at the top, we've got our doorbell push, we've got a small screen down here that we can have a welcome message on. At the bottom here, you'll now see our camera for down facing, and then our LED light. So this has a sensor that as you come closer, it can turn the light on. It's also useful for seeing below. So the idea is, person comes and pushes the button, you can have a two-way audio conversation with them. They can leave a parcel, and you can keep a constant image on the parcel at the bottom. Then what's the key thing on the back? We have our reset button here, and then we have our RJ45 connector. It is all that is on this. Like I said, this is not a wireless device. This is fully PoE powered. All right. Let me just grab here the standard G4 Doorbell Pro. And you can see here the two power pins here for our DC voltage power in, and our USB-C connector that we used to have to use a PoE adapter. This is great if you've already got 2-pin wiring for a doorbell, or you want to use the converter. It's designed to be powered directly though from its DIN mountable power pack like this. All right. But the great thing with this version here that we have, this is fully PoE powered, the same as the Chime. So you're going to run your Ethernet cable in, 48 volts, going to come through your little bung plug here. This is going to plug into place. Hopefully you can just put that in there, create that all nice and sealed up. So hopefully that's been useful. That is the G4 Doorbell Pro. This is the Chime as well. This is the PoE version, no wireless, fully PoE powered. Hopefully that's been useful. Head on over to our YouTube channel. We've got plenty more box openings on wireless networking and firewall devices, how to set up Unify Protect, how to set up Unify Network. So do head on over there, subscribe, and stay up to date.